Welcome back everyone, we are up for some more Gwent shenanigans on the patch day, and at the moment we're gonna be testing the Dwarfs. It's a tribal deck, so you know how the deck is usually built. You go and put the Dwarf into your deck and then pick most of them. I decided that on day one people might run Purify just because the clown fiesta is at its maximum, so maybe Figgis is not really what I want to play. So from the golden dwarfs we play Zoltans, because that makes your Zoltan's company better, since it increases the spawned rowdy dwarf amount by 1 for each Zoltan in your deck. So you have 3 Zoltans ready to go to spawn 5 rowdy dwarfs. The card got changed. We also got the Zoltan card, the Zoltan warrior card. Become one of the most expensive dwarfs cards ever. Zoltan warrior is 13 and plays for 14 if you fulfill the condition of not killing 2 enemies while dealing 3 damage to them. And the card also works as an engine, so you get your rowdy dwarfs onto the board, you get an engine sticking, you can transform those rowdy dwarfs with Munra later, and yeah, the brewer is one of the scariest engines in the game. It's just the problem of dwarfs having the brewer answered and then struggling to win anything. But yeah, a tribal deck, you basically play almost exclusively dwarfs. And I decided to cut on Nero. Instead of on Nero we are playing Call of the Forest. The only problem with Call, you cannot call for a neutral Zoltan, and you only use it once. So let's see how it works. It's once again the day one deck, so highly unoptimized, hopefully highly rewarding experience though. So tactical decision must be Kolgrim, quite likely. The Kolgrim weekend justice for volunteers, so not really interested in keeping that. Not entirely sure we're killing anything, but with Pirate Ignition we might snipe. Also not entirely sure we're swarming this round, so maybe we just kick Zoltan's Scoundrel for now. I would expect opponent to play City Nova Golden Necker version. That's just given on day one. He also doesn't play the Vial of Forbidden Knowledge. Maybe trying to hide something, some secret information. We have 2 Carryover Dwarfs available to us. Zoltan Chevet that buffs adjacent dwarfs and has resilience with 5 armor as well. And then the Gabor that you can choose to play as a resilient unit, but maybe also drop him as an immune one and get him procced 5, 6, 7 times during round 2. So a couple of choices there. We don't want our Zoltan Chevet to get muzzled. But yeah, we see opponent probably Doggo jumps out as well. Yeah, here we are. Tempo in ahead. Nothing really for us to kill. Maybe with Justin. If he's a clog, he can put an extra copy back into the deck. Nothing we can do about it. We also didn't find Cole, so there is a good chance Monroe gonna be missing from our end game. We don't want to kill anything with Skirm. If the unit survives, it gains 1 armor. 1 armor helps it to survive the onslaught, potentially, and actually deal the 3 damage once more. Okay, here it comes. Yeah, give me the second dwarf, why wouldn't you? A high tempo play with a golden necker. Has the same condition as Sirenova. You play under 10 provision cost cards. Are we leadering as well for some reason? No, just clicking stratagem. I decided to kick Heatwave after game 1, and that most likely will be a mistake. Heatwave also assumes that you are playing Oniro. Let's try to see Gabor and then Zoltan. Okay, so he has the lock. Sadly, Vial of Forbidden Knowledge somehow is not a Purify as well. I would assume he continues playing. Yeah, here we are. Should I try to Brewer here? Is that at all viable? Also, yeah, it's funny that you're not really locking resilient units, are you? I think I kind of want to fight for the round, so let's see. He has his Kolgrim. Yeah, sure. That card is something to definitely consider. Snipe the horsey. Let's go, everything armored up. Can you continue playing, Mr. Opponent? But yeah, it feels like this update definitely gave some extra power to Dwarfs. Their biggest problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure, I'll take this. The biggest problem is the lack of control, that's why I mentioned at least Heatwave. If we face Kolgrim, it would have been a quite nice addition. So we are looking for the stuff. We can create 2 Rowdy Dwarfs with the Chariot, so that ain't bad. We have to bleed it out, otherwise we are quite dead with card difference in a range of 10 cards. Would have been quite useful to find, you know, Zoltan, Munro, but that's what we are top decking into, right? There is nothing that stops us from reaching our goal. Let's see. He played double coated, 1 Witcher and location into a Witcher, so has another Viper Witcher here. He tamed his beasts. Tint with Fur card, and also set up his top, like at least got the sense of what he's drawing into, or shuffled it. So we see that they tint quite a lot. Draw. Leader as well. Leader as well. Playing Golden Necker with things like Kolgrim is a bit scary because it takes the top unit special artifact from your deck and not something random. So his hand must consist of what? Another Witcher. For clogging. Kolgrim himself. I don't know, do you run a Siri in this? Just if you are overtaken because of your opponent, yeah, that's the correct call. That is indeed what we see here. Dwarven Chariot, and now we can give an armor, but yeah. The Yarpin is the only target for us. So funny how broken this card is. Irondite. So while Dwarfs might have some points, it looks like it might be not enough to beat Tempo Nilfgaard. He must expect us to potentially have Heatwave, Leader, and something else, so... Okay, that was Adrenaline already. That's why he's just getting a 7 provision card, or a 7 point card. Definitely have a reach. But yeah, this bleed doesn't give us anything. Nothing at all. We cannot play uninteractively as well. And then we lose. Sure, I did burn Brewer in round 1, but with something like Irondite, it would have been dead anyway. So it doesn't matter much. Maybe a shield was actually the correct keep. So yeah, we miss on our Zoltan. Oracle, not coming as a surprise against this deck. There you go, feel free to use my 13 provision card, why wouldn't you? He has the damage from Irondite and Kolgrim, playing into Scorch. I also forgot to click it, but yeah, with the Kolgrim being the finisher, even Zoltan wouldn't be enough. Okay, we'll lose. Heatwave as one of the potential inclusions into the deck. If we had an Aeromancy, we still miss the call, so you can expect us to miss an Aeromancy the same way. Doesn't change a lot. And the Dwarf Mirror. So if he has the Defender plus Heatwave, he is definitely in the lead in this race. Also, no idea how the round structure is supposed to be at the moment. We'll figure it out on the go. Once again, nobody's playing Vial of Forbidden Knowledge. Broken card, not so broken after all. We have too many golds. Still too many golds. And not the thinning golds that I would have appreciated. Let's see. If he decides to play aggressively or not. Decided to click because his Dwarven Chariot has... we are playing aggressively, I see. We are playing incredibly aggressively. And if I'm killing those, I don't get anything in return. So that's a hell of a bad. I think we are calling for Chevet. Forgot to click it. Oops. Was planning to pass after it. Otherwise I'd play Skirm first. Okay, let's try and save Zoltan then. Gotten a couple of points ahead. He needs to play 8. Also, yeah, happy to see Carlo. People are trying out. This opponent is not the one to stop. I also managed to ping me. Spawn 2 rowdy dwarfs, then give each dwarf armor. Let's see, he wins on even. We get the carryover with vitality. Unless that's the rank 3 shenanigans, since I haven't had enough time to play last season. We might see opponent continue playing just to deny the carryover. Losing a card. You never know what's about to happen. We actually find a couple of extra golds. It might backfire if he goes all in with the bleed. So now he gets the opportunity to try and carry over his Zoltan into round 3. We'll see about that. I'm gonna start with this one. Although I'm pretty sure he doesn't have much left in terms of damage. Also gonna play it front row. As I want my resilience, and it still continues to work as an engine. Fine. Probably gonna try to protect the Gabor. I feel like opponent gonna be tryharding in that regard. So the Giant Slayer actually works as the marking unit, which is sort of funny. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's rather unfortunate that he has a lot of armor. But we are also quite a few points ahead. Let's see. Just gonna mirror his moves here. Okay, he goes for the Brewer. And goes for the 2-0. Both we are meant to mirror his movement. To maximize the gain here. We have a couple of engines working. We have the Carryover Gabor ready to go, but if he heat waves Brewer, we are somewhat in trouble. It wouldn't be wholesome though if he had the Gabor, the Brewer answer. So I'm happy with how this ended up going. We get 5 points. We basically trade the same cards as he was utilizing against us. Miss double gold, but that's kind of a given, considering we don't really run tin in. We just play dwarf cards and then more dwarf cards. I think we kill this. Those pinks are most likely gain the value in the end. Order barricade, not roll locked. Cute. I'd also prefer to use it. since the Berserker is continuing pinging. Yeah, the 6 armor, unless he has the armor payoff, is sort of irrelevant. If the unit survived, gain 1 armor. We don't really care about that, do we? It's kind of surprising that the skirms kept the roll lock on deploy, meaning that we couldn't play back row, but we also had Gabor in it. Wait, so what does it? Do exactly? It just gives you a bunch of dwarfs. So unless he plays something insane, and playing a carryover for round 3 does qualify as insane but doesn't qualify as broken, we should be fine. There we go. So the dwarfs have points, have carryover, allowing you to manipulate. How does your round go? Decent buff to a couple of cards, starting with Zoltan Warrior. Munro having 3 charges is another change. If you are not up to date, the Dwarven Chariots spawn in 2 Rowdy Dwarves, giving you more targets for Munro. And if you decide to go all in on Zoltan's company is definitely helping with the swarming on Rowdy Dwarfs and armored Rowdy Dwarfs as well. So you are fast to activate your Brewer. Give a shot to this deck. It's probably gonna struggle to become top tier 2, tier 1 deck because of lack of the control, but you can kick a couple of cards out at Heatwave or Neuromancy, Purify if necessary, and maybe compete with a couple of other decks. Other than that, that will be it from me for today. We're gonna be having more uploads tomorrow, probably Nilfgaard and monsters. Death Wish and something related with the deck manipulation. So hope you enjoyed it. Drop a follow, say hi next time. I'm streaming on Twitch, and till the next time, bye bye.